Hello guys. So let's just get straight into this doozy. Okay.
Today
You're gonna hear the voice. I'm basically already imitating it.
Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a kind of what I eat in a day, but I will be talking about getting enough fruits and enough vegetables because
Listen to your breathing, first of all. And second of all, don't breathe like that because that's hard on the throat. Second of all, stop talking like this because it's hard on the vocal cords. Okay?
here in the United States, only 10% of Americans get the recommended of fruits and vegetables.
Recommended what? Did you miss a word? I think you did. Recommended number. Number. English. Recommended number. What is the recommended number? What actually is? Do you even know that? Do you know that? And how come we soon see vegans not do that? We soon see vegans stop eating the vegetables and start eating the fake meats because they can no longer handle all those veggies. So maybe there's a reason why they're not getting the recommended of fruits and vegetables. See, I purposefully left the word out.
Servings per day. They eat a lot of
Per day.
carcass and
Let's go back because I just talked over her a little bit.
vegetable servings per day. They eat a lot of carcass and
I will admit, eating... Okay, I don't like chicken, okay? Don't get me wrong. I hate chicken. Who? No end. But give it to me on the bone with a little bit of salt. The reason we eat... Okay, let's be real. It's not carcass. Because carcass... Okay. A lion, when it's eating at a kill, there's the meat and then there's the carcass, right? You never hear the documentary say carcass referring to just the meat. You will sometimes say like feeding on the carcass, but it's usually there. It's usually when they say that, it means they don't have as much meat left on it, but there's still some left on it. But they're not eating the carcass. The carcass is the... Okay, well, we do boil the bones, fine. You could argue that, but they're still good. They give you electrolytes, and yeah. So, yeah, there's that.
products of rape and secrete and
Are you monetized? Let's see. Oh, good. You're not. That's good. Because you can't use language like that. You can't use language like that. This friggin... my arrow key doesn't work. What happened to the little... Okay.
and infanticide.
I don't even want to know what that is. I don't even know if I want to Google and find out what that is. What? I don't even want to know. Should I? No, I probably don't. You're really trying to put down meat, huh? Struggling, are you? I wonder why that is. Maybe because deep down, you're really wanting those eggs and the sausage and the bacon. You know you want it.
and then they have chicken periods.
First of all, mammals have periods. Chickens lay eggs. We have eggs. Guess when the egg comes out? Not during the period. So if a chicken was to have even a slightly similar cycle to us, guess what they would not do? Lose the egg while it's still having the period. Did you not learn that in high school? What grade are you? Are you in school still? Where'd you go to school at? My God. Oh, using every frickin' word in the book. Holy.
And hens have to be, bred in order to produce more chicken periods. And then
Do you realize how stupid that just sounded? Is that how it works in humans too? I didn't know that. I didn't know if you had sex. Oops, here comes your period. Interesting. Okay, good to know.
they pay for, chicks to be ground up alive.
Maybe they do, maybe they don't. They get used for something. And if they don't, then fine, I have a problem with them not being used for whatever. But I have heard though, when they make vests, because I have one, they use goose down. Down comes from a baby chick. As sad as it is what it is. And and it's warm. It's super duper warm. I know sometimes things have to die for you to use them. Do you think the First Nations people were sitting around a fire going, I'm still so cold? And everybody's there like, what do you want me to do about it? I'm freaking freezing over here too. You think they were just sitting there, starving to death, not sure what to do? No. They used the furs from the animals they killed and ate to make coats and things. Everything gets used. Especially if you live in a tribe. Genuine question. Given the way that she talks, because sometimes they do have a very specific way that they speak, is she like Aboriginal? First Nation, whatever? I don't really know if you necessarily call it First Nation in the States. I didn't check to see where she's from, but she talks very, very like a First Nations because of her like kind of sort of soft voice and like I think maybe a little bit of an accent there. I don't know.
Just disgusting. But I'm going to show you how you can...
Just disgusting. See, she's slow like them too. Like, they talk more slowly. And it's like... I'm actually not saying this part as a put down. I know I put a lot of vegans down because they talk so friggin' slowly. But that's kind of the thing with First Nations people. I've noticed I think... I don't know if it's just the way that their language works. They're just slow because it's just how they talk. It's just their talking style, right? I don't know if it's something they're taught, if it's just they have to be slow all around because it's something to do with their lifestyle or whatever. I don't know, but I don't know. The custom, don't know. But she has that kind of sort of soft spoken tone that a lot of the First Nations I've met speak with. There's a few that speak more strongly, I guess, but a lot of them tend to talk softly and just kind of like this, and just calm and slow and relaxed all the time. It's never like, it's just, that's just the way they talk.
Get enough fruit and vegetables throughout the day, and I was eating a variety of dried fruit and frozen fruit, and then a variety of different kinds of vegetables. Okay, here is my smoothie, and I'm only going to focus on the vegetables and the fruit. So I have...
Hun, if you have any kind of neurological conditions, you definitely do not want to be doing this to your brain. You don't. If she has coconut oil in this, I'll at least be happy about that, but we'll see.
About 2 cups of kale.
Holy crap! Goodbye, kidneys.
And 3 bananas.
Do you not use coconut oil? Even coconut oil? Your fucking brain, man. You can't voice your thoughts. And it's beyond just not knowing what to say. It's like she just doesn't know. Wow.
So I have all of...
See, she kind of like stops, and it's not like how I do. I feel like it's some sort of like freeze. It's almost like a robot. 'Cause you know how like, she makes this, like she holds, like she's about to speak and then doesn't. And wow, it's almost like when a robot or something, like a computer, screen readers do this, where sometimes the screen reader will freeze up, and it'll be like if you're in an app or something and you hit a spot that says contacts, the screen reader could freeze at one point and go contacts.
More than all of my fruit servings, and I'm gonna get more today. And then I have a lot of the nice green...
I'm gonna go back here because I didn't catch part of that.
I have more than all of my fruit servings and 3 bananas. So I have more than all of my fruit servings, and I'm gonna get more today. And then I have a lot of the nice green vegetables that we're not getting enough of in the United States. So
okay, so I guess I wasn't listening the first time. So United States, and I don't know though if you guys call them, I guess you call them Native Americans down there. We call them First Nations up here. Typically, like, it's the most common way to say it. Yeah. I'm wondering if she is a First Nations Native American woman. Just that kind of speech pattern.
I'm doing pretty good. And then
which is sad, because if you are a First Nation or a Native American, any one of those Aboriginal groups, you definitely don't want to be eating like this. Not in North America. No, no, no. You're gonna freeze. You think you'd make it 2 days in the wild? No, you'd never even make it 2 seconds.
Peanut butter.
Like, if something were to happen to you, you would not make it 2 minutes. You wouldn't even make it 2 seconds. Let's be honest. A bobcat will come and eat you first.
That is a good protein source for people.
Okay, peanut butter, it's still got omega-6 up the wazoo.
That don't want to pay for animal abuse and animal murder.
Murder, by its very definition, is involving a human killing another human. Animal and murder do not go together.
And then
Slaughter, if you really want to use a better word. If you really want me to correct you on your English, it's slaughter, okay?
I have some oat milk instead of paying for the product of rape.
Okay, first of all, you do not want to be using language like this. I can't believe I have more subscribers than you. Can you believe that, guys? I'm finally reacting to a channel that has less subscribers than me. That's not important, though. The important thing is you, my friend, are not... You shouldn't be using language like that. If your goal is to one day get monetized, no, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that because YouTube will flag it.
Infanticide. And then have extra stuff that doesn't really do anything. It just tastes good. Like,
Doesn't... Wow. Wow. That's the first vegan I ever heard say that.
I have a little bit of date sugar in there and then cacao powder, which I just like chocolate. Okay. Okay, so we have 3 ribs of celery.
Ribs? God, you're craving meat, huh? You're trying to use the worst words possible to... Guys, don't put it in the comments, by the way. That word that I said I don't even want to say it out loud. The word that I don't know, I'm going to Google for myself. I don't want you putting it in the comments. We can't let YouTube delete it, so yeah. Yeah, you're doing everything in your power because you know you want steak, you know you want sausage, you know you want broth, and like, come on, let's be honest. Broth. You know you want it. I liked broth when I first started. I did.
So that is about 3 cups of vegetables. And then I have hot sauce, which is just a condiment that doesn't count as anything. But, I mean, everything tastes better with hot sauce. You cannot prove me wrong on that. You can.
See how you crave meat? Yet you're trying to talk so badly about it.
Not tell me that is a mistake. Everything is better with hot sauce.
You're vegan, honey. I hope it's not offensive to call you honey bun because I call everybody that when I'm feeling a little snarky. I call people honey bun just to kind of lighten the blow a bit. Well, anyways, honey bun, the thing is with your hot sauce, you're trying to make it taste like meat. You badly, badly want meat. Just have some freaking meat.
Okay, yes. Okay, we agree? Yes. Here are some...
How old are you? And if there's an actual neurological condition going on here, this is not what you should be doing for your brain. Just stop.
little brownie bites I made.
Brownie bites. Wow. Tell me you cannot stand the hunger without telling me.
A couple of weeks ago, I found out about these, like, brownie square things that you can get, and I had, like, a mini addiction to them, and so I decided to, make my own. This is from the How Not to Die cookbook.
I don't know how anyone can come up here putting a book out called How Not to Die, or the Don't Die, put out a weird thing called the Don't Die Summit, or... You can't prevent death, guys.
And it's just almonds.
Oh, wow. Okay, right, first ingredient. Oof, okay, wow. I've heard of people that have nearly died from eating almonds, so not a good start.
Some almonds. I didn't go too crazy because almonds are expensive.
They're also not good to eat large amounts of.
Some dates that I already had, and some...
Honey, clearly this isn't doing anything for you. You have these weird freezes. Like, if you were a robot, I would literally hear the gears. It's like you're a cyborg. You have these gears that you can tell when it's freezing. Like, just...
almond butter and some cacao powder.
Holy crap, you got a lot of almond. You got a lot of almond in there. Oof. How not to die. You mean how to die? Holy crap.
And no oil, no
oil even? Wow, man. Wow. Just wow.
No period from a chicken. No hens and chickens have to be exploited. Baby male chicks don't have to be ground alive in a blender or suffocated. And then I have some oat milk here, which means that cows do not have to be raped.
Honey, I know you're trying so hard to convince yourself. You are trying so hard. When you get to this point, it means you're desperate, but you're doing everything. It is you trying to create a mental block. You are trying to use, because I've experienced this in my own self. Because when I think of a person that I don't like anymore, for example, I try to think of the worst possible word to describe them when I talk about them, to push it's okay. You don't want to like something. It's kind of the same thing, but I actually don't like the person, but it's that I don't want to think about it, right? You don't want to think about it. It's what you do when you don't want to think about something, and you can't stop thinking about it. So what happens is, and I've never heard psychologists talk about this, so it's a, I don't know if there's a name for this phenomenon, but let me go nerd out for a moment. So this is why the vegans do it. So they're saying stuff like chicken periods and rape and murder. The reason they're saying this is because they don't want to think about the taste of those things, of the chicken, of the egg, of the meat, of the beef. They don't want to have to think about it. So they try to use words that are really powerful in hopes to push that thought out of their mind. I wouldn't even know how to Google it. But here's what I mean. So when I think of my ex, for example, I think of, because I can't bear to think about him. So I will use words that try to make him sound like the worst person in the world. I use these really powerful words to try and block him out. Excuse me. It's to try and create a block and help to push that thought out.
And baby calves don't have to be stolen from their mother. And it's just a really good snack. And I'm getting some of my fruit because I use dried dates. So there we go. This is my last.
Did you have any other fruit here? Because all I saw was bananas and dates. But because I'm completely blind, I don't see anything here. There's nothing here of nutritional value anyway, but still.
Meal of the day, it's just some lentil soup with sweet potatoes and onions and garlic, and then some turmeric and some chili pepper and some coriander. And then I used a vegetable vegan bouillon cube because I wanted to save a little bit of money on vegetable broth, because vegetable broth is kind of expensive. I had extra bouillon cubes, and this is good for, you have your beans, your lentils doing double duty as a vegetable and a protein source, so there's no reason to murder animals. And then you have your...
You really titled this video well, didn't you?
Vitamin A sweet potatoes. I was going to use carrots, but then I found out at my store I couldn't get bulk carrots. I had to get like a huge bag of carrots, and I didn't want to do that. So I just used sweet potato and changed it a little bit. And then onions and garlic are really good. And then your herbs are almost like powerhouses for what they do. You can't live on herbs like by themselves, but they really help with good health. So
I will admit, First Nations and Native Americans, they're all kind of the same groups of people because they're all part of North America. Maybe slightly different given where they're from and given the backgrounds. But anyway, I digress. Because their backgrounds are probably slightly different. But anyways, I digress. So these people, they have this stuff to a science, okay? And I don't know if it's a recipe of the First Nations people, but my mom found this recipe one time for sage tea. And I'm going to tell you right now, I got sick with this really rough cold quite a few years ago. This was, I was still living at home. And I was still in school, I think, too. And my mom gave me sage tea because my throat was just killing me. Sage tea with lemon and honey added. Wow. When I tell you, that stuff works, man. It takes that sting away for a good while. Oh. Herbs are great when you use them right.
my soup here, and I might eat another brownie bite maybe later, but that's it. And you kind of saw what that looked like. So this is my last meal for today, and I believe I got all my vegetables because this is like a cup and a half of, you know, the different vegetables, and then the lentils as well. So I'm doing really great. I'm getting the recommended amount.
Is this a troll channel, or is this really... Is this a troll channel, guys? Please, like, if it's not, holy crap.
So that's really great considering what I eat. Okay, so today I'm going to be...
Oh, sorry guys. So she ended it there. Alrighty, guys. Well, Miss Preachy Vegan. If you have any First Nation background or Native American background, whatever you want to call it, you do not want to be eating vegan. You don't. You will not survive 2 minutes out in Mother Nature before something gets to you. Bobcat, something. They will look at you and they will probably smell, just even in the smell alone, oh, she's sick. Oh, let's attack her, right? Because you're not eating nutritional food. And especially the longer you're vegan, your skin breaks down, you don't heal as well. You will be a very easy meal for them because you will just fall apart. You will fall apart. You won't be very healthy for them though, because there won't be as much nutrition, but because you're not absorbing it yourself. But anyway, guys, that's it for this. I'll see you in the next one, and I have a doozy for the next one, so be prepared, okay? I'll have to listen through, actually, because I didn't listen through. It just starts with this heavy duty music, so, but I will see about listening to it and then getting back to you on, yeah, with that. And if I'll find something for Friday, guys. So anyways, later, guys.